What's up, guys? Welcome back to the amazing world of the internet. Thank you for stopping by and watching one of my paintball videos. I really appreciate it. Anyway, today I am going to show you guys, I know I'm not, maybe none of you own this marker, this diadem, and have this upgrade, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to put this out there for anybody who might be thinking about it, and maybe do, and we're going to pick up this box mag. So, what you get in the current box mag is a bunch of upgrades that you're going to need to install in your diadem for it to function properly. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So now I'm going to bring the camera in so you guys can see what I'm doing. And let's go ahead and get this thing upgraded. Alright guys, welcome back to a picture of my hands. You can't even see my face. It's really, really weird. Anyway, so what you're going to need for this, guys, is you're going to need a set of Allen keys. You're going to need a small, usually an eyeglass screwdriver works best, or if you just have a smaller Phillips head, you know, even something that's just like that small, that'll totally work fine too. But I'm going to use this little eyeglass screwdriver here because I have an abundance of tools. You're also going to need, obviously, the two upgrades that you're going to need for the diadem, and right at the end of the video I'll even show you how to like sync the box mag and stuff like that. Oh, look at that, yay, box mag. Box mag can go live over here for now. So the two upgrades inside the box mag packaging that you're going to require are the upgraded bolt right here and the upgraded circuit board. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and get rid of some of the extra stuff, just to make things easier, make the marker smaller. I'm going to get the barrel out of here. I'm going to get the magazine out of here. Yes, there's no bottom in this magazine. It's on one of the die display stands. So, first things first, let's go ahead and even if you have a stock on it, or if you have the back cap here, which is just a plug, so you have no stock, either way you're going to have a screw right here. Let's go ahead and remove that screw so we can take either your back cap or your stock off. And I believe, if this is correct, this is, yep, this is a 3/32 Allen key. And it's really, really on there. So let's go ahead and pull that up enough that we can go ahead and just detach the stock or your back cap, and you can go ahead and just put that aside. So now, next thing, what you're going to do is there's two screws on the mag well on either side. So if you look at your mag well, there's going to be a screw right here, right above your mag release. You're going to want to take that one out, and the same screw on the other side, right above the mag release as well. Screw is right there. So go ahead and take those two out, and those are going to be the same 3/32 Allen key. Yep, same one. So go ahead and take those out. Be careful not to lose them, obviously. And what these two screws are doing, by the way, besides holding the mag well in place, is they're holding the frame in place as well. So go ahead and take those two screws out. And what you're going to want to do, as well as there is a screw right here on the back of the frame that was underneath either your stock or your back cap. Go ahead and take that one out. Again, that is the same 3/32 Allen key sizing. And put that one aside. Make sure to keep that one separate from those two screws that you just took out of the mag well, because it is shorter. This is the screw that you just took out of the back of the frame, and this is the size of the two screws that you took out of the mag well. So yeah, sorry about it, the lighting and stuff like that. But the one you took out of the frame is shorter, so make sure and keep that one separated from those other two that you took out, just so you don't mix them up. And what I'm going to do for ease of maintenance and use is I'm going to go ahead and just take these grips off so I can detach the battery, and that's going to make our whole deal of what we're about to do a lot easier. Fucking hate these things. All right, so we got our grips off right here. Obviously, as you can see, there's no more grips on it. And in preparation, you can see the battery wire that's coming down into the frame. There's a little tiny screw right here that's just kind of holding that battery wire in place in this little channel that comes up right here. You're going to want to remove that as well. And I believe if I grab the correct Allen key here, yep. It is a 1/16 size Allen key, so go ahead and just remove that. And it's a little tiny baby screw, so be careful not to lose that one. So what we're going to do now, now that we have all the screws out that we need to take out, you can go ahead and, if you just kind of move the battery wire up out of the way, you should be able to go ahead and just kind of slide the frame of the marker off. You're not going to be able to pull it all the way off until you detach, and I'll show you guys right here. So I've slid the frame off, and you can see that battery harness is still attached to the board right here. So what you can do is you can go ahead and just very carefully pull that out so it's detached. So you end up with the frame and the battery harness. You can go ahead and just put that aside for a second. So now at this point, we need to take this board out, but first we're going to disconnect the solenoid. That is this connection right up here where this wire is going into the board. Go ahead and gently remove that as soft as possible. So now we need to get this board out, and there's going to be another little wired attachment that we're going to take off in a second, but it's a little easier to do once we get the board out. So there's two screws holding in the board. There's a small Phillips head screw here, and there's a small Phillips head screw kind of tucked away in this little bottom corner here. So that's where my little eyeglass screwdriver is going to come in handy. Again, if you have a smaller size Phillips head like this, you can just as easily use that, but I'm just going to use this one. Something I totally just noticed here. You might want to be very careful about this red-orange O-ring that's here that totally comes off the top of the frame back here right in front of that screw hole. That is an air passage. Make sure you don't lose that. Usually they stay stuck in because they're greased. It should look like that. If it falls out, don't worry about it. Just pop it back in, or use one. If you lose it, just use one out of your spares kit, but just be careful not to lose it. Alright, so let's continue to get these board screws out. Now be very gentle with these. These are really tiny screws, so be careful not to lose those. And go ahead and take the other one out. Yeah, and try and grab that. If you don't have really super tiny fingers like I do, something you can do to help you out with those little tiny baby screws, you can get yourself a pair of like needle nose pliers or something like that, so you can grab onto them like so, and so you can place them when you're putting them back in, or take them out before they fall into the body or something like that. Definitely not a bad way to go. Needle nose pliers, very handy. Alright, so now that those two screws are out, what we're going to do is very gently pull up on the board. Oh, don't do it like I just did. Very gently pull up on the board, and there's going to be one more wiring connection, as you can see right here. It is plugged in right next to the micro switch, if I kind of bring it into the camera a little bit. It's plugged in right next to the micro switch right here. You can see that wire going into that white connector. So you're going to want to go ahead and very gently pull that one out as well. Just be very careful so you don't break that harness. So there you go. So there's the stock board out. You can go ahead and take that and put it aside. Now what you're going to do is grab the upgrade board that came in your die-dam box and open it up. And you should get something that looks like this. It looks like it's got two little circuit boards that are connected to each other, because they totally are two little circuit boards that are connected to each other. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna put the stock board back in the same box with the nice foam that the upgrade one just came in, because it's a nice way to keep track of it and not break it. So what you're gonna do is basically you're gonna take the upgrade board and orient it just the same way that the old one came out, with the buttons. You can see the way I'm holding the dam, the front of the gun is up here. So with the little push buttons on the board, closer to the camera here, and the micro switch on my side closer to me, If you go ahead and orient that, I think the easiest way to do it is to take that same connection harness, the last one that we took out, attach that before we go and put the board back in. So there is the small RF wire. You can go ahead and just kind of move that to the side if you need to. But go ahead and put that, that last attachment back in. Again, be very gentle so you don't break this. It is kind of a pain, this one. And just go ahead and slide it in place just like so. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and just set the board back down in the body of the gun just the way it came out. Alrighty, so at this point you can take those two little tiny baby screws and put them back in. The screw holes are going to be in the exact same places as the stock board. And this is the problem I run into all the time. This is where having a pair of needle nose pliers helps, because it's really hard to get those tiny screws and hold them there with your fingers, something like that. So you can take them and just kind of place them inside the screw hole. If the micro switch doesn't get in the way, you can take it and place it inside the screw hole with the needle nose pliers, and it makes your day a lot easier. Oops. So go ahead when you're screwing these down, guys, be sure not to screw this down too hard. You know, just a gentle hand tight is fine when it stops. You know, the board's inside the gun, it's not going anywhere. So again, I'm going to use these needle nose pliers to place the screw, especially for this back little corner one, because you're really not going to be able to get your fingers in there. I'm going to go ahead and place that in the screw hole, and then screw back in. Alrighty, there we go. So we can go ahead and connect the other connection right here, that other back one. Go ahead and plug that back in. So at this point, make sure that little RF wire, just kind of tuck it down and make sure it's not like poking out so it doesn't get pinched or anything like that. So what you can do at this point is take the frame, just like this. I'm going to lay the gun down. And the first thing you can do is take the battery harness and plug that back in. Make sure you plug it in facing the correct way, obviously. Plug that back in. Again, make sure that little RF wire isn't sticking out so you don't pinch it. And then at this point, you can slide the frame back up onto the gun. Obviously very gently so you don't pinch any wires or anything like that. Just want to make sure this is not pinching anything. There we go. And it's just not totally lined up, and I don't even want to try and pinch that. There we go. So just be very careful when you do that, guys, so you don't pinch any of the wires. And what you can do is go ahead and put that little screw that was holding the battery harness in place. Again, it's a 1/16 Allen key. And be very gentle when you screw this down. Just, you know, really easy, hand tight is all you guys want here. You don't want to completely flatten out the wire. You just want it to hold it in place so it's not floating around the frame. So just super gentle. It's not going to go anywhere. It just holds it in place so it doesn't go anywhere. That's it. So at this point, I'm going to take a battery. I'm going to take a battery and hook it up to the die dam. And I'm going to go ahead and sync the box rotor before we put the bolt in, just because I already have it here. So if you take your box rotor and you undo the bottom and take out that whole bottom tray, like so. You got your whole bottom tray there. If we bring this forward a little bit, there we go. Get that out of the way. So take out your tray. You're gonna have two push tabs on either side of one end of it. So push those both in and just kind of push up on them at the same time, and your tray will come out just like so. So you got a big lithium-ion battery pack. There's no AA's, no AAA's. Just go ahead and plug that in, and your box rotor might kick on and do that for a second. You can go ahead and turn it back off. I'm actually going to take the whole stuff out because you need to push a button anyway. You can go ahead and just turn it off for a second. So what you're going to do, guys, is turn on your die dam marker with the power button, obviously, until it goes on. And then what you're going to do is, there it goes. What you're going to do, I'm actually going to restart this so you can guys watch as I do it. Turn on the little box mag thingy. So you see the light, it's on. You know it's on. Take your die dam, turn it on. You'll see the lights come on as normal here. You'll see these LEDs. What you're going to do is push the power button and the middle select fire button at the same time. You only need to push and release once. You don't need to hold it or anything. You just need to push both of them at the same time. And what you'll see is the 3 fire select buttons start flashing at the same time. And at that point, we're going to need to go and push this red button right here that's next to the power button on the little die dam motor. And what that's going to do is it's going to sync the 2 Bluetooth, and you'll be good to go. So let's go ahead and get the gun ready for syncing. You'll see those 3 you'll see the 3 LEDs flashing repeatedly like that. I'm going to push that red button, and you'll see these stop. And there you go, guys. Your die dam is synced. So now, if you turn the eyes off, like so, you can see our eyes are off. In any firing mode, when you pull the trigger, the motor should turn. If I turn it, and it totally didn't sync on live TV. No way. Anyway. Alright guys, so we're back at it. I figured out what the problem was. Obviously, it was per usual user error. Anyway, the battery pack for the box mag was pretty much just dead. So it wouldn't sync properly. Anyway, so to actually sync it properly, go ahead and like we were doing before, go ahead and turn on your box mag, or turn on your die dam. Turn on your box mag, and obviously you can see the super bright LED there. Go ahead and push that power button and that select fire button once at the same time. You'll see it start to flash just like so, and push that red button on the box mag. And after that, you should be able to turn your eyes off, and every time you pull the trigger, this will function. So there you go, your box mag is now synced with your die dam. You can go ahead and shut everything off. It's permanently synced. Even when you take the battery out and charge it, you don't need to resync it. So yeah, there you go guys. You can go ahead and turn that off. I'm going to throw this all back together real quick so we can go ahead and get that, excuse me, we can go ahead and get that bolt upgrade in there. Alright guys, so we got everything back assembled and ready to party, like so. So now we're going to put that bolt upgrade in. So it does have that magnetic pullback toolless bolt removal, but a lot of times it is pretty stuck in there, and there's, even though you can slide this back so you can pull it out, there's not a lot to grab. So you can go ahead and usually just do what I do and grab my 1/4 Allen key, put it in, and go ahead and give that a couple turns, and then pull your giant titanium bolt guide out. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to unscrew this front part. It comes apart right here in the center. Go ahead and unscrew that, and this whole back part you don't need to touch, the LPR and all that fun stuff. So what we need to do is actually get the bolt out. So we're going to take the can off from this whole back section, like so. Just unscrews right there. And go ahead and pull that back section off. That's not changing. So we do need to get the bolt out. So just like any die product or die marker or anything like that, if I get the grease off here, go ahead and take that bolt tip O-ring off so we can slide the bolt out. Take that off. So go ahead and take your bolt out. We're keeping the can, so keep that. So this is what we're getting rid of. We're getting rid of this bolt. So if we take the new bolt right here, this is your upgrade bolt. Take it out of the packaging, like so. It's got this big red tip. go ahead and that actually unscrews. So unscrew, it's gonna be pretty stiff. So unscrew that bolt tip, comes off like so. Unscrew that bolt tip, so your bolt's gonna look like that. Go ahead, put it through, so it's back in the can. At that point, you can go ahead and put that bolt tip back on. Make sure it screws all the way down. There is an O-ring on the inside of it, so it's gonna take a little bit of pressure. It's gonna be pretty snug. Go ahead and screw that back on. So now you can just go ahead and throw everything back together just how it was. Put the whole back section apart. Take your whole LPR back section of the bolt. Put that on. Screw it back together. And there you go, that's it. That's how you install the complete upgrade system that comes with the die box mag. So now, if I go ahead and I'm gonna take this back out in a second, so I'm not even gonna just put it back in the gun. But now, when you have it, to get your box mag to fit properly, you are gonna need to move, let's move that there. You are gonna need to move this whole foregrip section, which is actually fairly simple. It's got one screw here on the side that you're just gonna have to unscrew and loosen, or else when you go to put it actually on the gun itself, you are gonna run into the issue where it hits the front of the box mag, like so. That rubber grip actually prevents the gun from going down onto the box mag like that. So let's go ahead and I'll just show you guys how far forward you can move that, since we're already here. I believe it's this Allen key. Yes, this is a 5/32 Allen key. Go ahead and loosen that up so we can slide this forward. So take that out, move it forward. I think the best way to do it so you can get it as far back as possible, if you just take it off or move it all the way forward completely like that. Go ahead, now attach your gun to your box mag. You'll hear it click in place like that. So now it's not going anywhere. So at this point, now you can move that rubber foregrip all the way back to where you want it and reinstall that screw. You can pretty much get it all the way back so the rubber grip is actually pretty much just touching the box mag there. You might have to play around with it just for a couple seconds just to get that screw to settle into place. But when you do, you can just tighten it down like so. And you've got your gun on your box mag. Like, it's so big it doesn't even fit in the frame. Get your gun in your box mag, like so. So now, every time if you turn on your box mag like that, you'll hear that giant mechanical roar. Turn on your gun, box mag will let you know that you're synced. So now every time you shoot, that box mag is cycling paint up, and you're good to go. You've got a die dam with your upgrade box mag, and you're ready to party. So, I'm gonna zoom back out so you guys can actually see the whole product, and that's pretty much gonna be the end of the video, so hang tight for 2 seconds. So there you go, guys. There's your installation of the complete upgrade kit that comes with your box mag if you have a die dam. So there you go, everything's all back and put together. And I got my die cam box mag on my black die dam. It's kind of mismatched, but that's what I got in stock right now. So there you go. You know, other just random quick item of note, I guess. When you're feeding from your box mag, obviously make sure to keep your selector switch, the feeding selector switch, on the magazine well. You don't want to, if you put it back to the hopper, it's not going to feed anything because the eye pipe's upside down. Make sure you keep that on the magazine well. And there you go. You've got your complete upgraded die dam with box mag, which is really, really heavy, but bam, there you go. Now you got like 500 rounds you want to mess around with. You can load from either side on the fly, just like any other rotor. You've got your like little mini shark fin kind of deal. Then you can do the shark finning that the rotor has to get rid of any jams it might have. But there you go, guys. You got your box mag on your diadem. Your diadem is completely upgraded with the upgrade board. It's synced, and you get your upgrade bolt kit in there. And that's it. So, I hope you guys found this video helpful if you were trying to do this, or interesting, or, I don't know, a way to kill time, I guess, or something like that. But that's all I got for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed the video and learned something. If you did, I really appreciate it. If you hit that like button, it really helps out the channel a lot. And that's it for today's video. I will see you guys next time.